Hello, and welcome back to the original Larry D's Food for Thought. Today we're going to be reading out of the Old King James Bible, and we will be reading from the Old Testament and from the New Testament, to the law and to the testimony, line upon line, precept upon precept, here a little and there a little. We also will be going over a few scriptures today concerning the title, "In the last days, the love for many shall wax cold." In the last days, the love for many shall wax cold. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and share these with you right quick. And you can jot them down if you like, or take a screenshot. But yeah, excuse me, people. But yeah, I'm gonna tell you, people, there's no love for anybody anymore. We are in those last days. I'm gonna tell you, man, we are so close to the end now. You can take a rock and throw it and hit it. Okay, we are right at the doorstep. I'm gonna tell you, man, the love for many has waxed cold. You can't even speak to anybody, wave at anybody. They look at you sideways. What you waving at me for? What you when you speaking to me, man? I'm gonna tell you, but then it's a lot of evil people out there, people. I'm gonna tell you. But then again, too, there's a lot of nice people too. I mean, I've been all over the world. I was in the military. I spent 8 years in Europe. I met a lot of people. Central America, met a lot of people. Drove 18 wheelers for 29 years all over the U.S. Met a lot of people, a lot of nice people. But I'm gonna tell you, there's a lot of mean ones out there as well, and it's getting worse and worse, man. It's just simply getting worse. Okay, but we're gonna go over these scriptures right quick here, and we're gonna take a look at this thing and see if we can get a little understanding on it and see just how wicked it is, man. People are wicked now. I tell you, it's terrible. But we're gonna start this in Matthew's the 24th chapter, and I'm going to start reading at verse 3. And it read, this was when Lord was his disciples, children was showing him the buildings and the temples, and everything. Lord told him, about these things ain't gonna last. It's not gonna be one stone left upon another. And that happened back in 70 AD when Titus took down Jerusalem, right? But anyway, he was sitting on the Mount of Olives, and his disciples came to him. Excuse me. And so we're gonna take a look at this, see what happened. Start reading at verse 3, and it reads, "And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? And Jesus answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you." Okay. Verse 5, "For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many." Verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Okay, but you seeing this now. I mean, you look around. Look at was it Russia, Ukraine, and Israel, Hamas, all them people, man, all these wars, rumors of wars. We in the last days, I'm telling you. Verse 7, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in divers places." Man, you got them everywhere. Verse 8, "All these are the beginning of sorrows." Okay, verse 10, and then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. Okay. And many false prophets shall arise, and shall deceive many. Okay. Verse 12, "And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold." And I'm going to tell you something, God's word is true. But you see it every day. You go out there, you know what I'm talking about. You see it. Okay. But let's move on. Let's go over here to let's turn right over here to Ecclesiastes right quick. I think I read this the other day, but I'm gonna read it again. And oh, but I'm gonna tell you something, people, man. I'm gonna tell you, there's no love for nobody anymore. I mean, man, people are just so wicked. Okay, we're going to Ecclesiastes, the 7th chapter, and I'm gonna read this here. Let's see where we at. Ecclesiastes 7, and I'm gonna start reading at verse. Let's see, verse 20, and it reads. For there is not a just man upon the earth. You see that? That doeth good and sinneth not. Everybody has sinned and came short of the glory of God, but there is not one just man on this earth, okay? That doeth good. Tell you, Lord's word is true. All right, verse 22. For oftentimes also thine own heart, your own mind, knoweth that thou self likewise hast cursed another. Okay? Know you've been evil, mean to somebody. Okay? But let's move on. Excuse me. Let's go over to James right quick. You can go to James. The third chapter here. And let me show you something here. James 3. And show you what the Lord said, man, about you. And you gotta adhere to this because I mean it's happening every day. Okay. We're going to James, the third chapter. And I'm gonna start reading at verse 6. And it reads, and the tongue is a fire, this old mouth of ours, okay? A world of iniquity. So is the tongue among our members that it defileth the whole body. And this mouth of ours, or this tongue out, get us in trouble with the Lord, okay? And sitteth on fire the course of nature, and it is set on fire of hell. Ain't that something? Verse 8, but the tongue and no man tame. It is an unruly evil full of deadly poison. You say, how is my tongue full of poison? Those evil things that come out of your mouth. It's deadly poison, man. It can hurt somebody, kill somebody's spirit. I mean, that mouth is something. That tongue is something. Okay. But verse 10, out of the same mouth proceedeth blessings and cursing. My brethren, these things ought not so to be. You would turn around, bless somebody. Oh, bless your brother, have a great day. All this, then turn around tomorrow, you're going to cuss the same guy out or cuss somebody else out. Same mouth, blessings and curses come out of the same mouth. I tell you, there's something else. But let's move on. Let's go back to the old book. Let's go to Proverbs right quick. On the Proverbs, let's see, 16. Proverbs 16. And we are going to start reading at verse 25. And it reads, there is a way that seemeth right unto a man. We think we do things, we think we right, but the end thereof are the ways of death. Hey, got to be careful. Because our ways is not the ways of the Lord. The Lord is much, much higher than us. Okay. But we think our ways are right, but they are not. Okay. Verse 27. An ungodly man diggeth up evil, and in his lips there is as a burning fire. It's like we're reading over in James. Okay. Tell you, his mouth is something else. Could make you evil. Okay. But let's move on. Let's go over here to let's go to Titus right quick. Let's go to Titus. Let's see. Titus, the first chapter, and start reading at verse 15. And it reads, unto the pure, all things are pure, but unto them that are defiled and unbelieving is not pure, is nothing pure. But even their mind and conscience is defiled. Verse 16. They profess that they know God, but in works they deny him, being abominable and disobedient, and unto every good work reprobate. Okay, something. But you gotta watch those works. We need to have good works. Okay. Because the Lord gonna take an account all our works. People say we ain't got it, we don't have to do no works. God did it all. Let me tell you something. Better have some works. The Lord gonna judge them all. Okay, be it good or evil. All right. But let's move on. Let's go over here to Matthew's right quick. Go to Matthew's, let's see, go to Matthew's 15. I'm gonna read one verse here. Matthew's 15 and 8. And it reads, this people draweth nigh unto me with their mouth, and honoreth me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. People are so evil, man. They claim to know God, they claim to praise Him, do all kinds of stuff like that, but their minds is far from the Lord. I'm telling you, doing everything under the sun that they want to do that's convenient and thinking that they are right. But the end thereof is death. I'm telling you. All right. But let's move on. Let's go with Isaiah. Let's go to Isaiah 30. In Isaiah 30 and start reading at verse 1. See what the Lord had Brother Isaiah to write here. And it reads, woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. That's what you see, man. People just adding sin to sin. They even tell a lie, then got to turn around and tell another lie just to defend that first lie. And it goes on and on and on. Okay? But that is the way it is. All right. Verse 8. Let's see what he had. See what the Lord told Brother Isaiah to write here. Now go. Write it before them in a table and note it in a book, that it may be for the time to come forever and ever. Verse 9, that this is a rebellious people, lying children, children that will not hear the law of the Lord. Don't want to keep the Lord's law. Oh, we ain't under the law. We under grace. Tell you, people, when Paul wrote that, he was talking about the animal sacrificial law. That's the law we're not under. He wasn't talking about the commandments, the raw law. We are under that. But if you think you're not under, then you're subject to doing anything and think you can get away with it. Going about your own righteousness rather than seeking the righteousness of God. Okay? But that's the way it is. But I'm going to tell you something. You're doing these things, you got all these evil works. Let me show you this here. Let me see what the Lord say. Let's go over here to Revelation 22nd chapter and read one verse right here, verse 12. And it reads, and behold, I come quickly. This is Jesus right here. It's in red. It's him talking. Behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me to give every man according as his work shall be. So you see, you ain't got to do no works. What the Lord say right here? He gonna reward you according to your works, whether it be good or whether it be evil. Now, you got some good works, you're gonna get rewarded, and you'll like that. But however, let me show you this. Go back to Matthew's right quick. Show you this here. It's Matthew's 25. Matthew's 25. I'll start reading at verse 31. And this is in red also. It's the Lord speaking here. Okay. And it reads, when the Son of Man shall come in his glory. And he said, I come quickly, right? Okay, remember that. When the Son of Man shall come in his glory and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. Where is that throne at? Be in Jerusalem on his earth. All right. Let's see. Verse 32. And before him shall be gathered all nations. And he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats. Okay. Now, so, and he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on the left hand. Okay. Now, those sheep, those are the ones that you want to be. You want to be on his right hand. But when they receive their reward, you're going to get that good reward. Okay. But the love for many shall wax cold, and all these evil people. And if you don't get your act together, get it right, start reading this book, keeping God's commandments, laws and statutes, show you what's going to happen. Verse 41. Then shall he say unto them on the left hand, to those goats, those evil people, all right, depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire. What's that? The lake of fire. Prepared for the devil and his angels. Lord created that. Well, he's going to create it when he come here. Oh, and it was going to be created for Satan and his evil angels. But man has waxed cold. He has gotten so evil. Guess what? Man going in there too. Okay, it's all that simple. So we want to try and do this thing right. Love one another. Okay, Lord told you, love thy neighbor as thyself. You do that, you're not going to do him any harm. You're not going to steal from him. You're not going to kill him. You're not going to lie on him. You know, love thy neighbor as thyself. Okay. Don't be evil, a shrewd evil. Get away from it. Okay. But with that food for thought, think on these scriptures and words throughout the course of the day. And until next time, peace.